I was scrolling through Reddit a few days ago and I stopped dead on a post in the Nostalgia subreddit. Someone had shared a photo of one of those old waterfall ring toss games. You know the ones, those little handheld plastic toys where you pressed a button to try to get the rings onto the pegs. Proper blast from the past in my childhood in the 1970s. And I sat there staring at it and typed these words into the comments. I can't remember why it was fun, but it was. And something unexpected happened. The upvotes came flooding in, the replies started appearing, person after person saying, yes, exactly, that's the feeling. Those strangers on Reddit didn't upvote me because I was an expert in 20th century toys. They upvoted what they'd seen and what they'd felt, and that's exactly the energy that your newsletter needs. That thread revealed the exact reason why people's newsletters fail before they even hit send. And today I'm going to show you how to fix it. Because if you've been thinking about starting a newsletter about your hobby, what happened in that comment thread is the most important lesson that I can give you today. So stay with me, because in just a moment I'm going to show you exactly what this means for your writing. Now, you might be thinking, what on earth has a plastic water toy got to do with my newsletter about model railways, vintage cars, or amateur radio, watercolour painting, whatever the thing is? And the answer is everything. Because here's what I see every single week from new writers who come to me wanting to share their passion with the world. They sit down to write their first newsletter issue, they stare at the blank page, and then slowly they start to feel a creeping kind of dread. Who am I to write about this? What if people think my hobby is silly? What if they ask me a question I can't answer? I need to prove that I know what I'm talking about. And so, what do they write? They write a justification. They explain the history. They list the technical specifications. They build a case like a barrister in a courtroom for why their hobby deserves to exist in the first place. And it kills their newsletter stone dead before a single person has even read it. And I know this because I've done it myself. I spent years writing corporate content. Structured, authoritative, referenced, airtight. And when I finally turned to writing about other things, I actually carried all those things with me like a suitcase full of bricks. And it took me a long time to put that suitcase down. Here's what I eventually understood. Your readers do not need you to prove that your hobby is worth loving. They already know. That's why they subscribed. They pressed that button. They handed over their email address, the most personal thing on the internet, because something in your words said, yeah, this person gets it. They already feel the thing you feel. They just want someone to feel it alongside them. Think about those few words on Reddit. I didn't explain the physics of the water toy. I didn't write a retrospective on the golden age of handheld games. I just named the feeling, my feeling, and a whole bunch of strangers said, yeah, that is your newsletter. Not a textbook, and certainly not a defense. Just a shared moment of recognition between people who love the same strange, wonderful, specific thing. So here's the one thing I want you to do differently. Next time you sit down to write, stop trying to justify your hobby. Instead, share one moment, just one, where you felt it. The excitement of finding a rare piece at a car boot sale. The first time a chord change finally clicked under your fingers on the guitar. The smell of the workshop on a Saturday morning. The moment a fellow enthusiast looked at you across a table and just nodded because they understood. That moment is your newsletter. That feeling is your community. You don't need to explain it, you just need to share it. And if you're sitting there thinking, that sounds wonderful in theory, but I genuinely don't know where to start, that's exactly why I built the New Writer Bundle. It's completely free, it's packed with prompts and templates specifically designed to help you dig into those personal moments rather than the technical ones. And it will get you from blank page to first draft without the overwhelm. The link's down in the description below. Go and grab it and let's get your feeling out into the world. And if the idea of writing about your hobby without needing to justify it to anyone has given you a moment of relief, this video is the next place to go. Thanks for watching, and as always, the very best of luck with your writing. Cheers.